And now that this administration has decided to deploy 700 Marines in Southern California in response to the LA protests, if you are black and brown and you've been outside, you've been in those protests, I think that now is the time to get back inside. I think that now is the time to get back inside. I'm not even faulting you for being out there. I understand at this point right now, things is rough. People are fighting for their rights. People are fighting for what they believe in. And sometimes you don't feel like, you don't want to stay home. You don't want to be silent. You don't want to feel like you're complacent. I completely understand that, but historically speaking, when it starts getting the way that we're seeing that it's getting, military force, our people are usually the casualties.
Hey family, not near one black person better be out here in these riots that's going on in California. Latino community, we will pray for you. But we have told you all, we told you before the election, if you support Donald Trump and get him in office, he is going to be deporting people. And this is what happened. See, you need to listen to us. Our forefathers, we have been through this, okay? This is something new to you all. You all aren't used to this type of uprising with the government. Unfortunately, I'm telling you, this is you all's civil rights movement. And again, even some of you, I've heard even some of you Dominicans and you Cubans who don't even, Afro-Latinos who don't even want to recognize that you have African blood in you. Some of you all now are so desperate that you're even calling on the black community to support you. No, we're not doing that.
What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to my space. This is Evans Rayola. Guys, thank you so much for tuning to watch this episode. I do not take your support for granted. So guys, on today's video, we want to talk about the demonstrations happening right now in California and the take of black people in these same demonstrations. Black people are taking it online in different social media platforms saying they won't be joining Latinos in the streets of California. Black people are warning other black folks that it is time that we do not join these protests. People are warning that the other day Trump just gave an authority that 700 Marines, deployed to help in fighting the ICE protests, in California. And they're saying black folks have always been the target. That day when black people will come out in large numbers, 50, 100 black folks in these demonstrations will now see a different turn of events. Black people are very targeted, and we have always been so targeted. And black people are warning, saying that it's time that we do not move. We do not join these demonstrations. We'd rather pray for the Latinos but not join into these demonstrations. So guys, I've compiled a series of videos of black people warning other black folks not to join the demos. Once the videos are done, we will get back and do a critical analysis about the same. Let's watch these together, family.
TikTok, what's the word, y'all? Come on, tap in. Okay, on this good Tuesday, I'm going to ruffle some of y'all feathers. Here we go. The amount of people who are intentionally trying to gaslight black Americans into getting into these protests and getting into a fight that is not ours. It is not ours. I do not want y'all to ever feel like we have something against immigrants, because that ain't the issue. That ain't never been an issue. The issue is black people, black Americans specifically, our bodies have always been used as shields. And in 2025, we done learned and we are choosing to protect ourselves, protect our peace, protect our lineage. Because let me tell you something. Y'all already know what would happen if a whole bunch of us decided today that we was going to get the fuck up and go down there and get in them streets. Y'all know just as well as we know what the fuck will happen. We've done it before. You hear me? We've done it before. And I'm saying we because I've actually done protests. I have a real issue with people, especially those who have been able to come to this country and do well for themselves and then try to make it seem like we're wrong for not wanting to get into these fights. Because here's the real truth. Here's the hard truth. As black people, we fighting every day. Every time we wake up and our fucking feet hit the floor, it's a fight. It's a fight because the entire system is structured and has been structured on our backs and against us. They used us to build the fucking system against us. Point blank, period. Okay? We have a fight every day. We're tired. We're tired. And a lot of our generation, millennials and younger, we've learned. Oh, we've learned. We know better. And we telling the elders, y'all, sit down. Sit down. That's the problem. Y'all used to us being emotionally reactive to everybody else's fucking causes and issues. And that ain't no shit, no shade to any of the people who have to endure any encounter with ICE. Because let me tell you something. What I know I have the capacity to do is when this shit started happening, when they started coming to Chicago, the first thing I did was call my Latino friends that fuck with me, and I fuck with them. I called them to check on them. I checked on their families. I checked on the people that I used to work with. I know what I have the capacity to do. I'll fuck with those that fuck with me. Okay? They didn't need me to get out there and fight. That's not what they needed from me. Do you know what mattered more to them? The fact that in the middle of all of this shit, I thought about them. My Latino friends didn't ask me to get into no protest. They ain't asked me to come march with them. They ain't asked me to do no shit like that. You know what they said? This means so much to me that you are even thinking about us, that you're thinking about my family. That's what they cared about. That in the midst of all of this, I was thinking of them. Absolutely. And still do. And still do. Jesse Wu on Threads talking about I'm seeing all of these people talking about this is not their fight. It seems very xenophobic. Aren't you Haitian? Didn't you come over here and build your platform and build your life up? So you want to gaslight us into getting into some shit that you ain't gonna go get into. I ain't seen you march yet, little mama. Don't try to make it seem like we've done something wrong because we're choosing ourselves. Black people, sit the fuck down. At the end of the day, sit the fuck down. Because we fight every day. My entire life, I've had to fight for a lot in my life. A lot. And 40 is not old. I've had to fight for a lot. We're tired. We're tired. We are not y'all goddamn shields. We are not the Avengers, bro. We're not characters. We're not superheroes. We're not. We need rest. And we're choosing to do that right now. As a collective. Clearly as a collective. We're choosing to, you know what? God done tapped our head too many times. We got the message. We got the message. There are so many other groups of people of color. Why the fuck y'all ain't asking them to come walk with y'all? Why y'all ain't tapping on them? Why y'all ain't pulling on them? What's tea? Y'all know this shit seems so foreign to people because they are so used to us being emotionally reactive. They are so used to having black people, particularly black Americans, jumping in to fight everybody's fucking fight. Everybody's fight. And somebody literally has to get killed, get murdered on camera, or something of that sort for people to, now they got bleeding hearts and they want to make signs and shit. And then what? Black people, I'm telling you, the neighborhood hero is telling you, sit down. Sit down. Don't let y'all emotions get riled up. Trust and believe they're going to come out with a full-on campaign. People are going to be very intentional about trying to get us in a space where we are being reactive again. They're going to try to gaslight you on the internet and through the news and things of that nature and make it seem like you're wrong for not wanting to help people and fight people and this involves you too and all of those things. Man, listen, we done been through a whole bunch of motherfucking presidents and ain't one other than Obama gave us that type of vibe and that feeling. But here's the real thing. Nobody has centered black Americans yet. Black people yet in any office. Are we going to call a spade a spade? It don't matter who sit in the motherfucking seat. They not there for us. At the end of the day, what I'm saying is we under no circumstance support what they're doing. We don't at all. We think it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's disgusting. And we know it's disgusting. But I need people to also understand that we only have a capacity to do so much. I know people think that like black folks are at everybody's disposal. We're not, bro. And we're letting y'all know that we're not. And we're going to check on the people that we need to check on. We're going to support in other ways. But putting our bodies out there is not on the table. Tap in.
Why aren't black people helping Latinos riot against ICE in LA? Let's talk about it. There are three types of black people who are sitting these protests out. Number one, the black Trump supporter who voted for deportations. Number two, the Kamala Harris supporter who voted overwhelmingly for Kamala and then saw that Latinos overwhelmingly voted for Trump and they're like, y'all need our help now? Oh, hell no. And number three, the older black people who are like, what are y'all up to? Oh, and there might be one other type of black person too. The kind of black person that hears something like this.
I don't think black people have a right to tell white people or Hispanics what they can and cannot say. And that means if a black person wants to use the N-word, that means a white person also can use the N-word, because all lives matter, not just Black Lives Matter. So with that said, we need to stop cancel culture. It is anti-American. It is anti-free speech. And if you can say the N-word, so can I, whether you like it or not. It doesn't affect your freedom, but you're sure affecting mine by telling me that I can't say it because I'm not black. So make the N-word great again.
Okay, well, how about we make ICE great again too, bitch? It's a little weird that not only are Latinos pressed, but white folks are asking, why aren't black people out there protesting? Y'all usually ask, why are we protesting? It's almost as weird as this roll off full of rocks that just so happen to be right in LA, right where the riots are, all cut off evenly, no construction around, just so happen to be there so people can start throwing them. Is that why y'all want black people out there? So y'all can get staged video footage to roll on cable news all night long showing unity and violence against Trump? Stop trying to use us. And all I keep hearing is blacks and browns, we gotta stick together. Blacks and Latinos, we're brothers, we're one. Okay, well, I'm gonna need you to have that outlook for more than just rioting and violence. I'm gonna need you to have that in the job market too, because blacks can't get a job in LA. Latinos hire Latinos, whites hire Latinos. If you don't come to LA already in a job that moved you to LA, or you own your own business, you're not working in LA. You know who's working in LA? All the people that they want us to protest to come here. So black people, the next time you're asked, why aren't you out there protesting with Palestinians or with illegal immigrants? Just let them know you put in the same amount of effort that they put in to get black reparations.
Hey family, not near one black person that'll be out here in these riots that's going on in California. Latino community, we will pray for you, but we have told you all, we told you before the election, if you support Donald Trump and get him in office, he is going to be deporting people. And this is what happened. See, you need to listen to us. Our forefathers, we have been through this. Okay? This is something new to you all. You all aren't used to this type of uprising with the government. Unfortunately, I'm telling you, this is you all's civil rights movement. And again, even some of you, I've heard even some of you Dominicans and you Cubans who don't even, Afro-Latinos who don't even want to recognize that you have African blood in you. Some of you all now are so desperate that you're even calling on the black community to support you. No, we're not doing that. You're not going to use us. See, we played nice. We have warned you. We told you. But yet you talk behind our backs when you see us. You call us all kind of black and monkey and N-words and all that. And now that you all are in a crisis, you want us to come out here and rescue you? No, we're not going to do that. We will pray for you, but that's it. That's it. We have used up all the energy we have, and we are conserving it, and we are moving forward in this time of your civil rights movement. Again, we will pray for you, but you won't see us out there walking with you. And that's not coming from a place of hatred. It's coming from a place of, it's better to show you than to tell you. See, we tried. See, unfortunately, many of the Latino community is like a child where you tell them, the parent says, listen, don't do that, but they do it anyway. Now you have to suffer the consequences. So again, don't think that we are not sympathetic or empathetic, because trust me, we know how this is going to go and how this is going to be a hard and long road for you all. So we will keep you in our prayers. But what we're not going to do is use any of our energy to be out there in this foolishness. Not at all.
And now that this administration has decided to deploy 700 700 Marines in Southern California in response to the LA protests. If you are black and brown and you've been outside, you've been in those protests, I think that now is the time to get back inside. I think that now is the time to get back inside. I'm not even faulting you for being out there. I understand at this point right now, things is rough. People are fighting for their rights. People are fighting for what they believe in. And sometimes you don't feel like, you don't want to stay home. You don't want to be silent. You don't want to feel like you're complacent. I completely understand that, but historically speaking, when it starts getting the way that we're seeing that it's getting, military force, our people are usually the casualties, okay? We are the casualties. And that's just the facts. Here in America, it is what it is. I never want you guys to feel like I'm telling you to just stand aside idly and not do anything. I never want you to feel like I'm telling you to remain silent. I never want you to feel like you're not allowed or you shouldn't be given the right to exercise your freedom of speech or to go and protest. You have all of those rights. It's just historically speaking, it's not safe for us to do so. And that's just what it is. It's not. The minute our people are gathered in mass numbers of hundreds and thousands, the approach is going to become more violent. And that's just what it is. Y'all seen those clips of what's going on and what happened in Minneapolis? Did you see how the police were handling those, I hate to say it, but Caucasian protesters who were throwing garbage cans and throwing garbage at the actual vehicles? Do you know what would have happened if that person was black or brown? Y'all know what would have happened. And I just want to avoid that. I want to avoid that right now. They're itching for a reason. Okay? And if they just deployed 700 Marines for this protest, if black people start showing up and showing out the way that we do, understand martial law is literally right there. It's right there. Him signing that order for martial law is going to happen in less than 24 hours. Please, just think strategically. Think strategically. Okay?
You go to cover, nigga. I'm fit, nigga.
That nigga right there. Yeah, you do, nigga. Stop paying. Yeah, you can that. That nigga right there.
Y'all can address that, then stop looking for black people to be out there for y'all. Y'all are not black. Latinos, specifically Mexicans, Cubans, y'all are not black. You don't have the right to say that word. You do not come from a lineage of bondage. You do not come from a place where you were sold. Okay, you are not black. No matter how much you try to be a thug, you are not black. No matter how many times you hang around black people, you are not black. And if you are not an African American, a descendant from slavery, that word should never come out of your mouth. This is why most black people are not out there, on top of them being tired because we said we told you so. This is one of the reasons why we don't feel aligned with y'all, because of things like this. And it's not just them, because they learned it from somewhere. And I don't want to hear the excuse is a product of their environment, because baby, I grew up around Latinos, okay? I grew up around them, and none of them would ever use the N-word in front of me. And yes, I grew up in Houston. So don't bring the Texas shit in there either, because that's BS. They would get checked. And I do mean by the chin. Until y'all can address that shit, don't say nothing to black people. Fix your house first before you go outside.
Talking about some black people, why you not helping us? You crazy as hell. Because last time I checked, every time we went through something, we went through that bitch our damn selves. Slavery, where the fuck y'all was at? Last time I checked, we freed our damn selves. Yeah, that's right. Slavery ended because the war down here in Florida with a group called the Florida Seminole Wars that was black runaways, Native Americans, and black aboriginals giving Andrew Jackson and the boys hell for 8 years straight. And we ain't asked nah nigga for help. How about Jim Crow? Last time I checked, y'all didn't ride for Emmett Till. Where the fuck you was at? What about redlining? What about the fight for reparation? Where the fuck you at? What Future say? Where the fuck you at when a nigga really needs you? Where the fuck you at when a... And we not finna sit here and start acting like y'all fuck with niggas for real. And this goes for you legals, illegals, Mexicans, Caribbeans, Africans, whatever the fuck y'all wanna call yourselves. The only reason white people let y'all in this country legally, for the legal ones, is because they knew you would conform to white supremacy as an economic refugee. Right. So you didn't come here to help a nigga. You didn't come here to support a nigga. You came here for opportunity and benefits. Because in America, there's only two ideologies. Either your ass is pro-black or you conform to white supremacy. And you niggas been conforming to white supremacy. So a nigga don't feel sorry for you no kind of way. Come get y'all. Listen, if it's too hot, get the fuck out the kitchen. If you ain't no dog for real, get the fuck out the pen.
The reason why you're not seeing so many black people at these protests is because that's what Donald Trump wants. Okay? Donald Trump wants us to be the front line, to be beaten on, and things of that nature. And the fact that you guys have not acknowledged that, you're looking behind for black people and you've never sat down and said, well, why aren't black people jumping to the front of the line during these protests? I made a video after Kamala Harris lost that illustrated that black people are tired. We are tired. We're exhausted. And so we decided to take a different approach. We decided to not be the front lines. We decided to be the ones at home. We decided to be the voices, things of that nature. Organize also amongst ourselves and get ourselves together because clearly people did not vote with us. Now you're seeing the effects of that. The reason why you're able to notice things within the Trump administration is because they can't center black people as the problem. That's what it is. They can't centralize black people as the issue. And they've been trying. They've been trying every which way to get us out there to protest, and we have not budged. Of course, we're against these illegal deportations. We were the ones who told y'all this was going to happen. A black woman running for president told you that this was going to happen. And a lot of you guys said, fuck it. Mind that the reason why black people have taken a step back collectively is because of what we've seen over the past couple of years. And you guys didn't learn your lesson until you had to deal with it yourselves. This is white people. This is Hispanic people. This is Asian people. Now everybody's sick. We told you.
Family, when we look at the history of black people in America, you'll notice that our journey hasn't been an easy one. We've been the targets for so many years. We've been going through a lot of discrimination. We've been going through a lot of racism. Black people have been murdered, more than any other group of people in America. Black folks haven't been having an easy time, in America. And for the first time, black people have come out and said, enough is enough. We do not want to lose any more of our people. This fight is not ours. We ourselves were not there to support Donald Trump into becoming the president in this second term. Many black folks stood with Kamala Harris, and many black folks warned Latinos about Trump. And most of these Latinos, most of the Hispanics voted for Donald Trump. And right now they are facing the repercussion, of their vote. We are seeing a lot of mass deportations. We are seeing a lot of these ICE raids. The ICE officers have been given targets, of people that they should be arresting and deporting, in a month. And according to sources, the list is up to 3,000 people. That's why there's been a lot of protests in California, because they are raiding children in schools, they are raiding parents in their workplaces, and many families are being divided right now in America and California. So guys, black people have said that we've been going through too much, and it's time that for the very first time, black people should not join the demonstrations, because black folks believe that immediately black people will join this demonstration in large numbers, there'll be a different thing happening. Right now we are seeing white folks hurling stones to cars. If a black man did that, you all know that the story would have been different. You all know that it's easier for them to be terminated, for them to be arrested, for anything bad to happen to that black man. That's why black people are taking it online to warn other black folks that we've fought enough in this country. Enough is enough. It's time that we sit down and watch. It's time that we see other people fight. We've been fighting for far too long. you know. And some of the people say that Trump has deployed 700 Marines in Southern California in response for the protests. It's time for black folks to go back inside. You know, historically, when it starts getting this bad, our people are usually the casualties. Farm black people are always very much targeted. The day that we will decide we are going in that streets, the California streets in large numbers, chances will be that there will be more casualties on that day where black people are in the midst of the crowd. You know, blacks have rights to speak up, but for now, if our people gather in large numbers, the approach by law enforcers will be different. I know we have the right to speak up. I know we have the right to demonstrate. But this is the time that we as the black people should just stay aside and watch as other people fight. You know, that is the best decision that we can ever make, you know, as black people in this day and time. The goal of these folks, the goal of Donald Trump and his administration would be to ensure that we are put down. If we decide that we want to take on the streets, we won't believe what would happen to us. The fight is not ours. For the first time, this is not our fight, black folks. You know, we will pray for Latinos, but not come to the streets. We want Latinos against Trump, but they didn't listen. That is enough. Black folks shouldn't go to the street. You know, that's the message that black people are spreading all over America right now. We should just pray for them. You know, we want them not to vote him, but they voted for him. We shouldn't go to rescue Latinos. Latinos and whites are asking why black people are not showing, you know, up in the protest. Black folks are not showing support to the Latinos. White people are also asking, for the first time, why are we not seeing black folks? You know, and the question that you'd ask them, usually black people have always had a lot of these demonstrations of Black Lives Matter. Where were they? Did they come in large numbers to support us? I only saw a few white people during those days coming in support of black people. A very small portion of these people, rarely do they support us in our times of problems. The same questions blacks are asking Latinas, were they there for them during the time? You know, for the first time, black folks are saying enough is enough. We won't be used as shields. We are not going to the streets. You know, and that's the final verdict to the black people. Black Americans are not shields. Stop gaslighting us. We won't accept the gaslighting that we've been seeing in the recent days. Blacks have always been used as shields, but in 2025, we are choosing to protect ourselves, our peace, and our lineage. We do not want our children not to get parents. We do not want our sisters not to get brothers. We do not want to miss our grandfathers. You know, we do not want to break the lineage of our family prematurely through these demonstrations. Black folks are saying enough is enough. It's time that they sit down and watch as other people fight back. The entire system is against the black people. We've been fighting every day and we are tired now. Family, the American system has never supported the black folk. That one we are for sure. Even when the black president took over, you know, the office, took over White House, we did not see any changes within the black communities. We thought Barack Obama would help the black populations. Nothing happened really, you know. Same struggles for black people during his tenure. Discrimination, racism, killing, you know. Black people being gunned down by police officers, the men in blue. You know, that has been happening time and again. We've been fighting for the longest time. For the very first time in history, in the year 2025, we are asking black people to remain indoors. This is not our fight. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this video. Kindly like this video so that it can be recommended to other YouTube users, and I'll be very, very grateful. Thank you guys, and see you all in our next episode. Goodbye for now.